One of the most useful features in our Pro Modern Analog plan is the ability to view multiple systems at the same time so that we can easily compare them. Probably the easiest way to illustrate how this works is with an example, so let us directly go through it. Imagine that we are interested in a wave-dominated system, which is affected by fluvial influence, but it is not showing any evidence for tides. So in this case, I am saying yes for fluvial process is present and no for tide process is present. What we can then do is find this multiple systems button, click on it, which would open up a pop-up window which would show us a number of examples of such systems. In addition to simply showing systems, we can further sort them on a given criteria. So in this case, let us sort them by channel gradient. In addition to that, we can use average distance to bathymetric depths, tidal range, drainage area. But let us use channel gradient in this case. So what we see in this case are systems, starting with low gradient systems, which would be arranged in the correct order as the gradient of the systems increases. Now, one of the main things about using this window is that these are live maps. If you press Ctrl on these maps, you can actively rotate them and tilt them. So one thing that we can do now is in fact go through these systems, the selections given to us. We can all arrange them so that they have a similar orientation. The objective here is that we can use this to easily compare and contrast various systems. You can see that this does not take long, so you can very easily go through even all systems that are suggested to you on the list, so that you can very easily compare what a wave-dominated fluvial system might look like. As you can see, there is significant architectural variability, and this is where using analogs becomes very useful. So notice in this case we have a number of examples of systems. They are for the most part not tide influenced. They're wave dominated, they're fluvial influenced, and then we can go through them one by one, analyze them. In all cases we have scales as well, study their architecture, and then see how such systems can be similar or different relative to one another. You can see that there is significant variability within these systems. If you want to find out more about a system, we have a couple of additional buttons that we can use. If you click on the detailed view button, you would get a view which we have already discussed in an earlier video. So this is our detailed view, where once again we would have a legend, so that we can understand what the geomorphology shown is, and where we can select individual ridges, drainages, and scrolls, etc. The other button that we also have available to us is this info button. Now if we click on the info button, an additional pop-up window would open up, which would give us some key information about the system. Its name, where is it located, what processes were described, its drainage area, if this is available, its channel gradient, its mean spring tidal range. So get acquainted with the multiple systems button. It is an extremely useful way of viewing many systems at the same time within the same window, so that you can compare and contrast them and then find the most appropriate analogs for your subsurface needs. Notice that you can scroll through many systems in this way. So now we are showing another 10 systems. You can see that they're loading quite quickly, interactively on the web. So you can, in essence, go through all examples in the database which fit your criteria and then select the most appropriate system for your subsurface needs.